genuine question that we ask as children of God when we are born again. Can God use me? I've not gone to Bible school. Can I be used of God? The answer is yes. And I want you to turn your Bible to Acts chapter 10. Verse 34 and 35. Acts chapter 10, verse 34 and 35. And I want us to read together. Acts 10:34. Let's go. Then Peter opened his mouth and said, of a truth, I perceive that God is no respecter of persons, but in every nation, he that feareth him and worketh righteousness is accepted with him. So, God can use anyone. And here, we know in this scripture that if you are ready to pay the price, God can use you. Because Proverbs chapter 8 verse 17, the Bible says, they that love me, I will love them. God is such a God that once you move close to him, what does he do? He moves close to you. So God can use the unknown. 1 Kings chapter 17, verse 1. The Bible talks about Elisha. They just said, Elijah the Tishbite. Nobody knew much about him, but God used him. God can use the house help. 2 Kings chapter 5, verses 1 to 4. Naaman was a general in the army, but he was a leper. It was the house help in that household that pointed him to his miracle. God can use the rich. 2 Kings chapter 4. The rich woman of Shunem was so rich that it became a blessing unto the servant of the living God. And we read in Acts chapter 16 about Lydia. Lydia was a rich woman, but God used her to minister to people around her. God can use the poor. We read in 1 Kings chapter 17. The widow of Zarephath was a poor widow, had only 1 meal left. But the Bible said there were so many widows in the land, but God sent Elijah to that widow. And the widow ministered to him. There were people that had food in the freezer. They had freezer at the time. At that time, but God didn't send Elijah to them. So God can use the poor. God can use the young. 1 Samuel chapter 3, verses 1 to 18. He used Samuel. Samuel was only 3 years old. That when God called him and began to talk to him. God can use the old. Exodus chapter 3, verses 1 to 15. Moses was 18 years old when God called him to come and lead the children of Israel out of Egypt. Where were the 30-year-olds? Where were the 35-year-olds? So God can use the old. God can use the firstborn. You read it? Samuel was the firstborn of his mother, and you know how delayed his mother was before he had him. But God used him. So if you are the firstborn, God can use you. God can use the lastborn. David was the lastborn of his father, and they almost forgot about him. But God used him. You may say, okay, I know God can use the firstborn, and God can use the lastborn. What about those of us that are neither first or last? God can use the second or the third or the fifth born as well. Joseph was not the lastborn. He was not the firstborn either. But God used Joseph and brought deliverance to the entire nation. God can use the male. You may say, well, maybe it's only women God can use. No, God can use the male and God can use the female. We read it in the Bible. So we read about Moses. David was a male, Joseph was a male, Elijah was a male. But we also read about Esther, Mary, Deborah, Lydia. They were females. So God can use a man, and God can use a woman. God can use the righteous one. The Bible talks about Elizabeth and her husband in Luke chapter 1 verse 5 to 6, that they were a righteous couple. Clean. Because Luke chapter 8 verses 1 to 3, Mary Magdalene had so many demons inside her when Jesus met her. But when she was delivered and cleansed, she became a treasurer to the Lord. So it does not matter how bad you are today, you can be used of the Lord. That's my first point. My second point is in this text we read, there are vessels of honor and vessels of dishonor. You know, there are certain things in the house. When we go to use them, you just wish you are not that vessel. You know some of them? Most vessels in the toilet. Every time you go there, if I'm to choose what I will be in this house, I will not be the thing where you just go there and when you finish, you just flush it out like that. That's not a very honorable job. But important. If you don't know how important it is, don't go to the toilet for about 3 days. And just hear what your doctor will say. But there are vessels of honor as well. And my request this morning is that in New Glory Baptist Church, let every one of us be a vessel of honor that God can use. God has vessels of honor, and he uses them to glorify himself. Mary, in Luke chapter 1, verse 26, was a vessel of honor, kept with her wound intact for Jesus Christ to come. Philip was a deacon in Acts chapter 8, verses 5 to 8. Just a deacon, but Philip brought revival to Samaria. Acts chapter 19, we learned of Apostle Paul. Special miracles came. But there were vessels of dishonor. He also uses this one as examples to those who will disobey him. A classical example is Gehazi in 2 Kings chapter 5. He used Gehazi as a lesson that you cannot lie against any true servant of God and go scot-free. What did Gehazi do? He just wanted to bastardize the testimony of the servant of God who told the general. The general came wanting to give him gifts. And when he told the general, go and wash yourself in Jordan River 7 times. He did, and he was healed. And the man couldn't believe it. That was the only but in Naaman's life. And God used the man of God to remove it. Why will you not want to pay? And the man of God said, no, we don't do this thing for money. Freely we have received. Freely we give. You pray for someone and a miracle that they are willing to spend all their money for. God just does it like that. Is it for money? We don't do it for money. But Gehazi said, foolish man, you did such a miracle. The man brought, you are not going to snatch it from him. He brought it willingly. Of course, you know the rest of the story. I want to beg you, let your love for God transcend material things. All these things you see, there will be no more. Hold those things that are spiritual and eternal. So he followed the man. Those things, they shocked him so much, he could not concentrate. And he went and collected all those things. And the Spirit of God led the man to follow him. And he called him, where have you been? I've been around. The second one. Of course, you know the result. And the man of God said, was my eyes not following you when you told the man? Do you know what annoyed God there? And that was why the judgment came immediately. The man, Naaman would have been going back to his city. What a wonderful thing. Somebody did this one to me, and he didn't receive anything. He really must be a true man of God. That's what he was thinking. And then the servant came. After all, it's like us too. And you know, the prophecy went out immediately. The leprosy of Naaman goes to you. And his children forever. Poor children, they've not even arrived. Curses are already waiting for them. So if you came from Gehazi's loin, as soon as you are born like this, leprosy is waiting for you. So I want to beg you, be used of God. You know the story in Acts chapter 5, Ananias and Sapphira. The power of God was in raw demonstration in the early church. It became popular. Everybody was selling what they have and bringing it. Of course, you know what they did. It was their land. They didn't ask them to bring it. And when they sold the land, they could have told the pastor, we sold our land for 100 million. 50 million has been transferred into the church account. Finish! But they want to be like everybody else. And it had never happened in that church before. The man dropped dead. I don't know which police they will have called. Because the pastor didn't touch him. He was just speaking. Why did you lie against the Holy Ghost? And the Holy Ghost doesn't take nonsense. Somebody said, I wish in the church this time, this our days, things like that can happen. Do you know people tell so much lies now and nothing happens? Don't worry. We are just in the dispensation of grace. And the poor wife who didn't know what was happening came in. And they said, my sister, you are welcome. Your husband just told us about the land. Did you sell it for so much? And they have connived. You will tell the lie. I will also tell the lie. I was reading the confession of those of a robbery gang in the paper yesterday. Because their case is just coming up. And the man said, the reason why they killed the chief suspect was that they told the suspect that he should mention their name as people with whom they robbed. And the man said, those people you are talking about, I've never met them. They were not in my gang, and I'm not ready to put their name. And they shot the man dead. He said the man didn't collapse. They were looking at it like this when the police shot him dead. Nice. So, let me conclude. Can God use you? Yes. The vessel that God can use. You may now ask, what should I do to be used of God? God is already using so many of us in this church. What do I do to be continuously used of God? Number one, repent of all known sins and cleanse them. Proverbs 28 verse 13. He that covers his sin will not prosper. That's what the Bible says. Number two, dedicate your life to him from now on. Proverbs 8:17. God said, he that loves me, I will love. And then number three, receive the power of the Holy Ghost to move ahead. So as we carry on in our ministry, I want to encourage you. Be used of God. There are jobs to be done. Find out, what can you do in this church? What can you do in the ministry? Don't just go to work and get paid and buy cars and build houses. No. The life of a man does not consist in the abundance of the things which he possesses. Luke chapter 10 verse 16, Jesus said so. So I want to encourage you, brethren, in this month of March, let God use you. God doesn't use and dump people. I'll conclude with 3 reasons, benefits of God using you. Number 1, you become acquainted with God. You know, when you get close to God, you be like God himself. The closer you walk with him, the more you look like him. And then you will never be afraid again. You know, some Christians, when we still talk about heaven or death, they are scared. What are you scared about? Apostle Paul said, for me to live is Christ. To die is gain. And to go to heaven is far better. So when you work for the Lord, there is a constant relationship. Number 2, God preserves you. He protects you. And I employ people, so I know what it is when your very important staff is in trouble. You do everything to protect the fellow. So when you work for the Lord, you are not just a child of God. You are an employee in his business. And then number 3, God rewards those who serve. Job chapter 36 verse 11 says, when you obey him and you serve him, you will live your life in pleasures and your days in prosperity. So I want to encourage you, brethren, let's be used of God. Let's serve the Lord. Don't serve the pastor. Don't serve the deacons. Serve the Almighty God. So this morning, I want you to talk to the Lord. What is your calling? What does God want you to do in this local assembly? Because we have decided to follow him. And as we sing this song, I want you to open your heart unto the Lord. I have decided to follow him. I have decided, oh yes, to follow Jesus. I have decided to follow Jesus. No turning back. No turning back. He will be for me. Thou art behind me. Thou cross before me. Thou art behind me. Thou cross before me. Thou art behind me. No turning back. No turning back. You take the whole world, just give me Jesus. You take the whole world, just give me Jesus. You take the whole world, just give me Jesus. No turning back. I'm satisfied. If no one joins me, then I will follow. If no one joins me, then I will follow. If no one joins me, still I will follow. No turning back. No turning back. And just to pray, I want you to pray this morning in Isaiah chapter 6. When prophets saw the Lord in his glory, in his majesty, he saw that he was unclean, but they brought cleansing power and touched his tongue. And then the word of God came and said, who shall I send? Who will go for us? And he said, Lord, send me. I want you to talk to God this morning and say, Father, I am available for your use. Use me more from now on in the mighty name of Jesus. I want you to talk to him. Create opportunity for me and use me. Use my family. Use my money. Use my position. Use my car. Use my house. Use everything I have. Lord, I surrender to you for your use this morning. Use me, Lord. I want you to speak to your heart. Speak sincerely. I surrender unto you all that I have, all that I will ever be. Lord, use it. All that I know, Lord, use me. Continue to use me more. Create opportunity for me to serve and receive my service, oh God. Make me a vessel unto honor. Make me a vessel that is used by the Master. Let my life count. Don't let me just pass through this world unnoticed. Help me, Lord, to make a difference. Use my life. Use my home. Use my money. Use my strength. Use my knowledge. Use my skill. Let your name be glorified. Thank you, my Father. In Jesus' name we are prayed. Finally, I want to talk to the Lord and say, Father, my trust is totally in you. Help me to finish well. Help me to finish this race well. Don't let me disappear like smoke along the way. Talk to the Lord this morning. This is the yearning of my heart for you, that you will finish well. Your Christian life will come to a glorious end. When it's time to go to heaven, you will not regret. You will be ready. Apostle Paul said, I've finished my course. I am ready to be offered. I know God is a faithful rewarder. Lord, let me finish well. Don't let me finish by the roadside. Use me to the very end. Don't abandon me, oh God. Use my family, use my wife, use my husband, use my children, use my home, use my marriage, use everything I have. And let me finish well. Thank you, my Father. I dedicate my life to you this morning. Use me. Thank you, Lord. In Jesus' name we have prayed. If you are in this service before I pray and you want to rededicate your life in a special manner, I'd like you to stand up and I will pray now. You just know that, look, I'm just living. I don't think I have enough time in the things of God. And time is going. And you want to change all that and you want to let God to know, yes, I will now create time for you. And you are in this place, please stand as we pray together. Yes, anyone like that? God bless you. Don't be shy. It's personal to you. God sees you today and He will empower you and give you opportunity. Any more? Before we pray together, you just want to stand and say, God, I'm just identifying this morning that I want to serve you. Create opportunities for me and the Lord will do it. Anyone before we pray? Thank you, Father. Father, this morning I just pray that your mighty hand will be glorious in our lives in Jesus' name. As we have identified, Lord, to serve you, I ask, oh God, that you will set us apart for your use in Jesus' name. Everything we've done in the past, cleanse us, Lord. Make us vessel of gold, vessel of silver, vessel of honor in the mighty name of Jesus. Lord, as I stand before you, identify with this brethren standing, that, Lord, your mighty hand will be powerful in our life. Anoint us for service. Anoint us for your use. I ask, oh God, everything that is preventing us from being used by you, let them be removed in Jesus' name. Raise men and women in this church that will be on fire for the Lord. Help us to finish well. Help us to serve well. Help us to be used well. Lord, our calling is committed unto you. Empower us to serve you. Thank you, our Father. Blessed be your name. In Jesus' mighty name we have prayed. God bless you all.
As we sing the last hymn, hymn 412, Onward Christian Soldier. Let's rise. Amen. Let us be seated.
We want to bless the name of the Lord as we bring this service to a close. The Lord said there is someone in this service. In the last few weeks or so, you've been having agitation for the expectation of one bad news or another. The Lord asked me to tell you, the bad news will not come. The plans of the enemy to cause you distress and sorrow have been defeated, and it will never, never rise again. We want to welcome those who are here for the first time. Mrs. Afolabi.